Hey, as we get back into society, let's remember, people will punch you in the fucking mouth.
Welcome back to the Matt Mindset. I'm here with double champ, Elevate double champ, kickboxing and MMA, Marco Esparza.
What's up? What's up? It's the senpai. How you guys doing?
How did you get that nickname?
Well, my brother, we come from a Kyotokushin and Shotokan karate background. We studied heavily in the traditional Japanese martial arts. And he was ranked sensei from our original karate school that was actually like locally, like in the area, kind of where our gym is now. And he elevated himself all the way to sensei. He's traveled to different. He's actually master. I'm pretty sure he like talked about that too.
Yeah.
And then I've just followed his path in that sense of like the belt ranking system, like the martial arts side, not the fighting side, and established my name as senpai. It's kind of like the team captain role I choose, and like the alter ego I choose to have at the dojo too.
Okay.
Helps me separate myself from that.
So is sensei the top and then senpai's below it, or is
yeah?
that...
So like there's like the sensei, and then the like senpai is like assistant instructor. You know, I guess that's like the Japanese term for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just traditional karate rankings. So.
Okay. So when you said alter ego, describe to us, what is that? What are you talking about?
Well, because it's cool for us. Like, I mean, we grew up being nerds. I'm sure everyone knows that in Houston.
Yeah.
So it's like the Batman thing, right? Like he's always been like, "Oh, you're my Robin, I'm Batman." I'm like always been like, oh, "Okay, cool." Like,
no, actually, I'm Batman.
Yeah. But it's cool because like the first Robin, he grows up to take over his own city, and he becomes his own superhero and his own like, and he actually is like the best ranked superhero too, Nightwing. And it's cool because I feel like I'm establishing that part of the comic book like right now in my life. Like I'm taking on more of a coaching role instead of a fighting role because I'm still like healing from injuries from my last fights. I'm like 4 fights in a row.
Yeah. Heavy
kicks all fights.
Yeah.
So I gotta like just chill, let my legs heal.
Yeah, let your heel up a bit.
But yeah, just coaching's been really cool. Like it's that's like the senpai alter ego, apart from like fighting too. I guess there's a third one, a personality disorder.
Right.
But yeah, man, like coaching's been such a step back from it, and I feel like it's helped me increase my IQ. My brother's gonna be in Miami, the same day that our 3 dragons are fighting here in Elevate. And it's going to be cool because it's also on my birthday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's going to be a birthday present to see 4 finishes. And I'm expecting 4 finishes.
Yeah, for sure.
So
are you kind of taking on like the head coach role when he's gone?
Yes, yes. And that's exactly what the alter egos do, like that Batman and Robin thing. Like whenever Batman was gone, Robin's Nightwing stepped up to become Batman and take on the dojo. And I've done that before. He's traveled to Thailand to, increase his knowledge as a trainer so he can give us something new, And I think that's like constantly what he's doing to better himself even more as a fighter is just to get better as a coach, better leader for the organization. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it helps me like see that and be like, okay, I'm not there yet, but I am where he was probably like 2 years ago. Like making sure these guys are on shape, like hitting pads, cracking it nice, have the mental fortitude to like ready. Hey, you're about to go to war. I'm not just gonna put you in there because I just want you to fight and see if like how it is. Like I want you to go out there, win, and represent us. And we have like a not a cultish following, but like a following of people that believe in that what we're doing is true. Like our style, our swagger. That's what we want to bring with anyone that debuts and represents us.
Yeah.
So that's like what I'm doing now. Like you go to McDonald's, and you open a McDonald's, you can't do anything else other than like McDonald's like
the way
things.
Yeah,
exactly how it's made.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do is like take his blueprint from what he's done. Not twist in my own way because like what he's done is working. Why change it?
Right, exactly.
But just find the little things to better for him, make his life easier as a leader, and take on that role when it's my time to be my own leader.
What do you like more, coaching or fighting?
Dude, it's been like this year has been insane because like this year I wanted to focus on fighting, but now the start of this year, I'm starting off being a head coach. I'm Angel. He's fighting this next card. He's going to take the role of like the team captain, basically. He's going to make sure the other 2 fighters are dialed in. He's going to have to push them as a teammate to keep going because I've always been their teammate. But now I'm like, hey, I want y'all to know, like, Sensei, he's got bigger stuff to do. Not that he doesn't care about you, because
Yeah.
he just like that's just the sad part of being a head coach is that you got too many things going on.
Yeah, you got to wear a lot of different hats.
Yeah, I can only imagine like Uriah Faber. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
man,
Where
yeah.
you got guys in ONE FC, guys fighting in the PFL Cage Warriors.
UFC.
Yeah,
He's
you got
all
people
over the
flying
place.
from China to get his point
Yeah.
of view.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty cool to see like that coaching side of it. It's been fun and it's helped me a lot as a fighter as well.
How would you say it's helped you?
Just understanding. I get to step back and like I'm like, hey, 1, 2, and I see them throw it completely different than what I throw,
Okay.
and I know I throw it really good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, why are they messing up? Okay,
Gotcha.
well, am I making that mistake in like my eras too? You know, like am I turning my hips the way I need to? Am I, turning my wrists the way they need to? And just really establishing that technique. I'm sure like whenever you do jiu-jitsu with someone that's worse than you, obviously, and like, like you see them trying something.
Yeah. You're like, oh,
And
wait a
okay,
second.
like,
Yeah.
hey, yeah, like that would have worked if you did this. That would
Yeah.
have worked if you would have like slipped your arm in this way.
Yeah.
And that's what I've realized. Like, if I get better at that, I can see the holes better too. You know?
Yeah. I do find that like that's a perfect example. Like when you're coaching someone through it, like you really look internally and you're like, man, am I turning my hips over? Am I grabbing this grip right or whatever? It does force you to look at yourself so you can teach and coach the correct shit.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
they're not just like, well, he does it like this and it works. He's the double champ. Like, but you tell him to do
Yeah.
it right and then you go out there and do it right. You're like, hey, I'm doing it this way. It's working. Clearly, it's working for me.
Mhm.
Go ahead and do that.
And that's like what is it? That saying you can only teach what you like practice, or you
Yeah,
can practice
practice
what you
what you
teach.
teach, yeah.
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 So I take that. It's like the heart, honestly. I don't want to teach anyone how to fight my style. No one can fight my style. I'm pretty slick.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting anyone to move the way I move. I'm not expecting myself to move the way my brother moves. The whole time I was always like, oh, I want to fight like him. Like it was just I kind of like idolized him because he was just so cool. He brought me into something that I was passionate about, martial arts. I never knew that I would want to fight people for a living.
Yeah.
But I do.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so
but
taking
yeah.
that aspect of it, it's really cool to see like how I can project myself to be better. And back to the coaching, like I can make my fighters better and better teammates for me. So whenever I need to get back in shape and start fighting again and get ready for a camp, or because now I have to fight only title fights now that I'm
Yeah.
a champion. You know what I'm saying?
Tough fights too.
Not saying I want to take any like lame fight, even on my debut. I want someone that's like I want the guy who was me, the
Yeah.
amateur that was badass, the 5-0 amateur. I want the 6-0 amateur that had an amazing debut. I want to beat his debut by beating him.
Yeah.
Like that's my goal. And the only way I can get that is by making Angel just as good as me. Angel's the best kickboxer in Texas. Like no one knows that except for me because I've seen him whoop my ass and I know I'm the best. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I know how good I am. To see him do that, it's amazing. And like that's the room we have, like especially having Donovan to the team.
Oh yeah.
That's been a big change, man. Like he's really installed that mindset to he's shown me, like I remember when we were training with that pro team, like I got like a gang initiation basically.
Yeah.
They all beat me up. It was rounds of straight killers.
Yeah.
So I had to really like understand that if I want to take this next step, get to this next level, I have to make this mindset change.
Yeah.
And especially when he came to Thailand, he just like talked to me like kind of like a mentor in the sense. He's only a year older than me, but still he's done what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So you have to like look at it. And he showed that he can instantly like go from something that's way worse. Like I don't have a losing record yet. I'm not even pro yet. But he showed me that even from losing records, you can skyrocket.
Yeah.
So I want to show what I can do to Angel. I want to show what Angel can do to Melanie, the girl we have debuting. And it's just like a chain ball effect, like whatever I do and get better at, I hope that he can take that, get better at that, and then teach the next person like tenfold. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
just continues to go.
Yeah, especially like when you're in a coaching role like that, and then it does reflect on your own personal style and stuff. You want it to like people. If you go out there and a guy fights, and he's let's say he's tired or getting sloppy or whatever. As a coach, you're like, man, I know we didn't do it like that in practice. Like, then he gets back to the corner and he's like, hey, try and do it like this. You feel like a little piece of you out there.
Yeah.
Does your brother feel like that when he's cornering you?
Oh, 100%. He says
Yeah.
it's even like harder
Yeah.
for him because it's me. I'm his brother.
Right.
So when he sees me get dropped or get cracked or like take a step back, I remember in his last fight, like I felt that for the first time because I've seen him as Superman my whole life.
Yeah.
It seemed like boom, get down and get back up. Like I knew he would get back up, but I was still
Yeah.
like on that. I was like, whoa, I've never seen that happen.
Right.
So I can only imagine what he's thinking, like, because I'm his baby brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's always wanted to protect me. It's to know that, like he can't do that except for throw it in the towle.
Right.
He's
right,
got to
of
just
course.
trust in
He
me.
can't jump in there
yeah,
for you.
yeah, exactly. It's my fight. That's
Yeah.
the end of the day, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what is it? You seen the movie Troy?
Yeah.
Like that whole how it happened, right? He took the king's girl, and then
Oh yeah.
his brother ended up having to fight his fight.
Yeah.
Like the whole war started because his brother was an idiot. And there's been plenty of times where I've been an idiot, but
Yeah.
my brother's always been there to bail me out.
Yeah.
But he's prepared me for these situations to get better and understand, like, don't mess up again, or learn from my mistakes and just be better.
Yeah.
And because of that, I can take that as a coach and show that, you know, like
Yeah.
show that to my future students, the youth especially, because we have that kids program going crazy right now.
Yeah. That's what he was talking about on previously.
Yeah.
He also texted me. He wanted me to ask you, what's it like training under your brother, cutthroat, hard ass, big brother type coach? And then
A personal question.
he said, take us through the Texans story. Something happened with the Texans linebacker, and something he wanted me to ask you about it.
Oh, yeah. That was hilarious. So what is it called?
He goes, ask him about this. I was like, all right, I'll be sure.
Okay,
I'll
so
sure
we'll do the
bring it up.
Texans linebacker first, and then
All
we'll
right.
talk about him being my brother, because I think kind of like goes
Okay.
hand in hand with each
Perfect.
other. So basically, the spot that we're in now, like it came with a full turf field. It's a beautiful
Oh,
field,
cool.
amazing field, and there was, like, I guess a physical, like, training place, like strength conditioning place that was like where we were, and they moved like down, like literally, like here's the street, and it's like a right angle. We're here, and they're on this side,
Okay.
right? And the field's like in the middle of that little right angle. Like they're on this side of it, of the street. And so they like would walk their way to be on our turf field. And like we made sure like it was going to be a private field just for like events, you know, like the reason why that whole situation started is because we were going to have an event there. They were having like a 7-on-7 flag football practice.
Yeah.
And it was Sensei Will's like baby's birthday, her first birthday or second birthday. And he just was at 10
Yeah.
automatically.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna
and he's
say.
like, I've been preparing. I bought
Yeah.
this the bounce house and everything. And like it's in our lease. Like it's on contract that like this dude needs to scoot out of here.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, call the landlord. And like he's giant. This dude's like an ex tight end or something for the Texans. I forgot his name. And he's huge, man. Like just giant. My brother's even like, yeah, dude, that was a scary ass dude. But right then and there in the moment, like it was like 3 of his other, like, I guess, you know, D1 athlete football players that he has there,
Yeah.
bigger than me. You know, I'm a
Right.
25er. These guys are
Right.
walking around like 180, 190.
Yeah.
I can give them a couple leg kicks, but I'm pretty tough dudes. You know, how many
Yeah.
of them can I take on at once?
Right.
And then, so Angel pulled up also, and then we had some more people like Dragons pull up, and we're like, okay, well, at least we got like actual martial artists.
Right. We got fighters on our
Yeah,
side.
we have fighters,
Yeah.
you know, we're not just athletes. But this dude's giant, and he tried to like go like that to my brother. My brother's like, what? And he's like we are talking about those eyes.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
what? Like, what are you gonna do, huh? And then like he's like he got in his face like that, like looked up to him. He goes like, "What's up?" like that. And the guy backed up and started like stuttering like crazy. He's like, "I'm just saying, man. Like y'all need to like stop being like that. Y'all need to stop messing around." And I was like, "Dude, like you need to back up, bro. Like I know you're all big and everything, but your legs will fall."
Yeah.
And, you know,
yeah.
and my brother, he's just like, yeah, man, like he was standing his ground. My dad was also kind of instigating it. He's like, hey, you need to get back over there, man. We got a party going on. And so it was just like a whole little situation. But it was like, you know, we were men at the end of the day. We shook hands. It's not something we want, but something that we have to handle. We're not just gonna take shit from anyone.
Yeah.
You know, especially on my niece's birthday.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of all days.
Out of all days,
Yeah.
it's the Dragon Prince's birthday. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you gotta get the fuck off the field, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just like his mentality when it comes to his daughter. So me being his brother growing up with him, it's kind of cool, man, because we're real into our faith with Jesus. And because of that, he's always told me that he's prayed for me to be on this earth. He was born, he's the firstborn. We actually know we have an older sister, and then he was the firstborn boy. And he's always wanted a little brother. And then he got 2 sisters, right?
Oh.
So he was like, crap. And, he just kept on praying every day. And then finally I was born. And we've like, I don't know if you saw the video I posted today, but ever since I was a kid, we just always been reading comic books, watching Power Rangers. That was just our thing to do, was to hang out, play with swords. Even his son, like all we do is me and him. He's not even 3 years old yet. Me and him, he can full on swing a sword, fight, block, everything.
That's
And that was
badass.
just my life growing up with him. So when I wanted to start being a fighter, it was kind of like a full 180 switch.
Yeah.
He switched up completely. He started yelling at me. I was like, whoa,
Oh,
this isn't the same loving
Yeah.
brother I know, but it's loving in a different way. It's that tough love. He
Yeah.
he just doesn't want to see me get hurt. He doesn't want to see his baby brother get a cut on his eye,
Yeah.
get knocked down in front of millions of people one day. And because of that, encourages me to train my ass off every single day. And there's definitely times where I could have been in state wrestling. I just didn't try. I made it all the way to state, but didn't place at state. And I was like, I can only imagine if I did my push-ups every day, if I did my sit-ups every day, and just listened to him. And I didn't. But now, I flipped that switch, and I've won kickboxing belts just for the fun of it. I was really talented, and I realized early on. Shout out to my boy Nevin Drehouse. He just debuted pro. He was my first loss in MMA. And that's when I realized it's just not a game. There's levels to this. And he
Right.
wanted to fight. God gave him that night. You know what I'm saying? He wanted it that night more than I did. And that completely switched me. And me and him are great friends now. Amazing. For always DMing each other. He was actually at my first title fight.
Oh, cool.
Man,
Yeah.
he snuck his way into the cage to celebrate with me. I was like, all right,
How'd
cool.
you get in here?
Yeah, it was cool, man. He drove all the way from Louisiana just to see
Oh,
me.
that's awesome.
Yeah, he's a real
Yeah.
cool guy, So that he really flipped the switch in me, man. It made me realize if I gotta do this, then I gotta be serious, and then I gotta win. And then I got injured right away. I got a hernia surgery, and
Oh,
I was
shit.
out of commission for basically a year. So I mean, at that age, that's prime time. You know what I'm saying? That's when you get all your fights, all your.
How old were you?
I want to say 20.
Okay. Wow, you were super young.
No. I want to say 2022. I'm
Still.
sorry. Yeah, I was.
Still super
I got my
young.
belt at 19. Yeah. So I started taking it real serious around 23, this past year. This year was the year. I told my brother after this surgery, I want to go in there. I was 1-1 in MMA. I was 3-3 in Muay Thai. It's not anything to say, oh, you're badass about. So I
Yeah.
told myself this year, if I'm gonna do this shit, I gotta really lock in and tell him we're fucking going all in.
Yeah.
There's no looking back. I gotta go. I gotta aim straight, shoot straight, and that's it.
Yeah.
And because of that, he's completely switched it up. He brought me to a team where I was gonna get my ass kicked. I was coming home every day. She saw me every day, just a bloody face, bruised up face, everything. It was bad. I just didn't want to get out of bed. And then all right, 6:30, got to go train again. But I had
Yeah.
a fight. I signed up for a fight. I signed up. It's also respecting too. I'm a true martial artist. I feel if I tell you I'm gonna fight you, and then 2 weeks before I back out, I'm just as hurt as you are because I gave you that contract basically. I gave you that agreement. Me and you are about to go to war in a cage. Me and you, that's some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's something that's a special bond between two men, honestly. You know,
Yeah.
and in a sense of we're about to go to combat. That's the most primal thing anyone can do.
Yeah.
Is to fight someone. That's why Texas has the battle law. If you're really talking shit on
Oh,
6th
yeah,
Street
the,
to someone in Austin,
What is it called?
you could
Mutual combat.
Yeah, mutual combat law.
Yeah.
You
You can
drop
be like,
him.
hey man, let's go outside, motherfucker.
Yeah, you
And
drop
then-
him. He hits his fucking head on the curb, and the cop saw. Hey, you saw me agree. He agreed.
Yeah.
Sorry. You can use that in the court of law, and people need to have that that in them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we try to install in all of our dragons. That we need to be warriors.
Yeah.
So my brother, he told me early on, if we're gonna do this shit, we're gonna do it for real. I'm gonna go out there and make sure you want to die.
Yeah.
And it was every kickboxer, Van Damme, Rocky training scenes, Creed training scenes, all that compiled into one, dude. And
Kick
it
the
was
tree.
yeah, and this year was a badass year, man. It was
Yeah.
the year of the dragon, my first Muay Thai fight. I told myself I'm going fucking all in. I gotta kill this dude, I gotta keep on attacking people. If I don't think to kill, then I'm just gonna be out here and get killed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
So-
growing up, would you say that him fighting kind of influenced you? Was he doing martial arts and stuff, and then you saw him doing it and were like, I want to do that as well?
Oh, definitely. We grew up in a karate school.
Okay.
I definitely did.
Yeah.
Because he was just doing that his whole life. He was really good at physical sports. He was really good at football, really good at wrestling. Really good at karate, kickboxing, everything. He had a full ride scholarship to college for wrestling.
Oh wow.
But yeah, and a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
But he had a heart problem and that non-compaction cardiomyopathy.
Okay.
And they said he was gonna die at my age right now, at 24. So from like I said, the prime time where I had hernia surgery,
Yeah.
18 to 24 prime time, where people are making it to the UFC now. Like now, there's 24-year-olds going to the UFC
Yeah.
left and right.
Yeah.
Like
There's
he would have
19
been that
usually.
rare, like John Jones. Like I genuinely believe that my brother. I'm not just saying like it's my brother, but he had that belief in himself. Like
Yeah.
that's part of it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And like God had other plans for him. He's building an organization that's unbeatable right now. And the moment that the doctor said at 24 that, hey, all of a sudden your heart problem's gone, you're good. He jumped out of a plane and started just living life. Traveled to Thailand, got his crew.
He jumped out of a
Yeah,
plane,
went to Japan, got his
Yeah.
black belt. You know what I'm saying? He did all the cool shit after,
Yeah.
because like your life gets put on pause. And I can only imagine like someone I know how passionate I am about it. Just
Yeah.
for like, if I couldn't walk or use my kicks every day, like if I couldn't just do that anymore,
Yeah.
like I can only imagine how that felt for him.
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling that now. I'm turning into like, I'm growing that maturity of like, do I want to do this or not? I have to like ask those questions to myself. And
Have you figured out the answers?
oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm dying doing this, man. Like I gotta shoot it. Like I gotta go all the way.
Yeah.
Like it's a disrespect to everyone that believed in me. Like I genuinely believe that. Like my brother, not only like I'm not saying like I'm taking his mantle for that. Like I want to fight, but he showed me like that I can do it. Is my
Right.
point.
Yeah.
He could have done it, and I know that. I know for a fact, and he did. Like after a heart problem, after all the crap that he went through, like just living life. He came back, traveled the world, started an organization, fought in karate combat, and raised a group of badass fighters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When like that's our start. Like this is just the start of House of Dragons. People don't get that. Our family is like we're very family oriented, and they drive us to do everything. All of our sisters and all of our in-laws and cousins and family and friends. That's like a strong motivation for us. So like now, like I gotta give that back to them is my point. Like I feel so encouraged to do that for them, and I don't need to. Also, I really don't need to. But it's like a little power up for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they believed in me. They like my dad has helped me like pay for like recovery sessions. He's helped me pay for cryotherapy. Like I've had sponsors that truly believe in me. Like not even like consider a sponsor yet. They're just like, here's money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like now I got to put you on a shirt. Now I got to,
Yeah.
so.
But you're growing your brand.
Yeah, and it's not even like the growing the brand part too. Like that's cool. I want to do
you're growing
that.
you too.
But the belief,
Yeah.
like damn, like someone believes in me.
Right.
That's like when I started my relationship. Like I never had someone that believed in me so much. It kind of like encouraged me to also like fucking hit into high gear because I was like, oh shit, like I'm the man, bro. Like I can do this. Like after one belt, like why not 2? Why not 3? Why not 4? And then why stop there? So
Yeah.
it's just all gas, no brakes at this point, man.
I love it, man.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
that's how you get shit done, though. You either jump in 100% or you don't do it at all.
Yeah, man.
And, yeah. And
And
it's good having a belief system.
Yeah,
As well.
dude. Like I just had like everything around me like tell me to do it without like saying to do. Like they're like it's there if you want it. Just
Yeah.
go and grab it.
Yeah.
It was always up to me to do that or not. And like this year I really flipped the switch to do it. To really just like say I'm gonna be a fighter and I want to make it. I want to be the best in the world. I've head kicked Super Leg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's the world champion.
Yeah.
He ended Haggerty in 30 seconds. I've
Yeah.
head kicked him. I put him more of a fight than Haggerty did. Hopefully he never sees this, but
Yeah. He was like, I'm still like this.
yeah. But he probably will see it one day, and I'll get to say it again when I get to fight him. So
Yeah.
when I'm ready for him. But that's the goal, man. Like I genuinely think my style is badass. I think it can take me all the way to the top if I
Yeah.
just really lock in and hone it. But the Dragon striking system, that's going to be established. I'm telling you, everyone's going to know about that. The whole MMA community will know about how good we are. Not like, oh, we're going to teach you to do this karate move. We're going to teach you to do this Muay Thai move. Like, we're not a Muay Thai guy. We're not a strictly karate guy. We have karate backgrounds. We're not a strict kickboxer, boxer. Like, we're out there to just beat your ass the whole time.
Yeah.
Whatever way it takes, the pace we need to set for it, we're there, we're in your face, we're just going to blow you up the whole time. Non-stop punches, non-stop kicks. Like, the volume to be with us is very hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
And, like, volume is a big weapon with us, but mentality is the biggest weapon, and that's the dragon striking system.
Kill or be killed type mentality.
That's it, man. And we teach you how just to, like, because I could teach you, oh yeah, you need to slip this way, you need to throw your six this way, you need to throw your kick this way, but it's about how, when, why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I know you and your brother are very alike mentally as far as fighting goes. You're in there to beat the shit out of people, eat their face, as he said, and that's what you're in there for. Take us through your life outside of training. Like, what do you like outside? You know, is this? I know a lot of fighters who kind of like embody fighting, but then they kind of let it become their personality.
Oh yeah.
And so, is that how you are outside of the gym?
Hell yeah. Like I hate, like when I do Muay Thai fights. Like, I can't wait to go to Thailand. Don't get me wrong.
You're going
But
soon?
yeah, I want to go at the end of this year.
Cool.
But I hate the culture of everyone here. You know, like
Yeah.
it's just cringy to me. It's like one of those cringy things.
Yeah.
Like to embark in the martial arts. I mean, I guess it's cringy for me because I'm like a real like, oh, I'm a karate guy. But the Muay Thai culture is like the way, and
Yeah.
like sometimes like you'll see like one guy just go to Thailand for like a trip, and he comes back and he just like starts like every little thing,
yeah.
like, you know, you lift your hip up,
Ooh-wee.
yeah, he's like, okay,
Yeah.
dude, like I get it.
Stop.
You studied Muay Thai, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like you start talking about like brain supplements, like okay, I get it. You watch Joe Rogan,
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right, yeah.
So
We get it, bro.
yeah, so it's like that kind of culture. But outside the gym, dude, we're very family oriented. We love to just connect with each other. We have game nights all the time. I missed my last game night with my family because we were on just a little date night, just because we were supposed to have it the night before, and then they totally switched it up. But yeah, man, like we're
Sure.
huge
I'm
family
sure your
oriented.
girlfriend likes to hear that.
No. It was meant for us. Like that night was for us. They messed up. They messed up and ruined their night.
Blame it on the family, Marco. I get it.
Yeah. But no, yeah, man, we're always doing fun stuff. We just had my baby niece born today.
Oh, cool. Congratulations.
Yeah, man, thank you so
That's
much.
awesome.
It's 1 out of 3. Sensei's wife is pregnant, Miss Julia, and then we have our other sister that's pregnant as well. So we have 1 out of 3 babies born already.
Man.
And they're all like pop, pop, pop. So next month is my other sister, and then in March is Miss Julia. So, like, that's all it's about, man. Like, I realized what I wanted to do. Ilya Taporia, just really watching him this year too, has really encouraged me and
Yeah.
set in stone like a path that all you really need in life is like belief in yourself, a strong support system, and you know the ability just to keep going. That's it. And
Yeah.
that's what I feel in myself, man. Like I have the support system in my family, my friends, my girlfriend, and they're there behind me 100%. I don't have to worry about that. I can 100% focus on fighting now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I do a bunch of different stuff, like, to make money on my own. But like, if I need like my best friend Joseph, if I needed money from him, like right away, or my best friend Angel and Matt, like they would, hey, bro, like do your thing, go and train, like we'll take care of you. Like they've
Yeah.
done that before, bro. Like
That's awesome.
that's some shit. Like, and that's why I'm like, okay, it would be a slap to their face
Right.
if I
didn't
just
keep
fucking
going.
back up. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
I don't like take care and like do my business, like they encourage me. They haven't, like, all 3 of those guys haven't missed a fight. You know, they're there behind me 100%. Like
Yeah.
they're my boys. So like having that support system, like is amazing, dude. Like why lose? Like all you got to do is go out there and try your ass off. Like that's when you lose, when you don't try your
Yeah,
ass
exactly.
off.
Right.
If I had that whole support system and like I just went out there and fucking froze,
Yeah.
then like they're like, all right, bro,
Fuck.
like hey,
Yeah.
I got something going on in your next fight. So I'm just letting you know.
Right. Right.
When is it again?
No,
Oh
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
make
That
it,
date, I got something going on.
Right.
Like that would be my next conversation with them. But if I go out there and
You're
and
trying.
I boom
Yeah.
get hit on the way in, all right, fuck it, dude. Like people get caught.
Yeah, that's
You know
the
what I'm
fight
saying?
game. Yeah.
And I expect that. I expect like those damn AIs to be me one day. Hopefully I'm the one serving them.
yeah.
But
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, bro. Everyone's been seeing those. Like that's like I bet a new fear for every fighter now.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Yeah, they're
yeah.
getting clipped and AI'd.
yeah, those edits or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Someone gets knocked down there, you're making pancakes
Yeah,
for the
you're-
guy that knocked
yeah,
you out.
right.
Like what?
You're asleep on a train station or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
That's
So it's
yeah.
crazy. It's crazy how the world is today.
That's nuts, man. Well, yeah, having that support system is crazy because it's like you're doing something that's very rare
Mm-hmm.
to a lot of people and a lot of outsiders, relationships, families that aren't in it. Like you come from a fighting family, You know, because I'm assuming you're obviously with you and your brother and your dad and all that stuff. Like you come from a family who knows martial arts and what it's like to be in there.
Mhm.
But then if you go talk to somebody else and they're like, why are you fighting? You're like, bro, I can't not do it. Like I'm
Yeah.
here to win. I'm here to take over. You know, I'm here to fuck shit up. I'm not here to fuck it up, you know. And people don't get it because it's you get hit a lot, you know.
Oh,
People
yeah.
get hit all the time and you get bruised up and like you come out of there looking battered and bruised and then you're like, yeah, I got to do another one. Like I let these guys down this last time. I got to make that up. The regular people don't get that.
Oh no, bro.
Yeah.
Like I mean, the biggest reason why we do any type of martial arts, like why we do jujitsu, and there's a class only for rolling, there's a class only for sparring. It's not even because like, oh, let me test my technique. Like you need a dopamine release.
Yeah.
Like maybe there was something that someone did to you on the road, and you just couldn't get them back. You know, they didn't get to see you flick them back.
Right.
You know. Maybe there is like someone that something said to you, like just like on the grocery store, and you're just like, damn, like I wish I could have slapped the crap out of that
Yeah.
person. Or maybe there's like just something that hurts you, something sad, like that just, oh dang, or something happy. Like any expression you need to express, you can do that in martial arts. It's a dopamine release.
Yeah.
Some fighters that I know, they're not even in it. They've said it that they're not in it for the long game. They're literally there to just throw hands.
Yeah.
They need to release it. Like they need to get something out of them. We had a student, and he signed up just to literally one smoker, and then he went to the Marines. But he like seeing him fight in that smoker, he threw all the technique out the window. But he just needed to get demons out. You know what I'm saying? Like he had something that maybe his parents like did something to him. Like maybe someone just told him one day like you just won't ever be shit.
Yeah.
But he just needed to get demons out in that fight, and you can like see the emotion in it, And he like that guy got scared because he could see the emotion. The guy that was hitting him, like he got tired hitting him, and he was like, I'm gonna kill you, like
Oh, shit.
at a
Wow.
smoker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
oh dang, like the other guy was just there to figure it out if he wants to do it or not.
Yeah.
And so I get that, man. I get how like you need to release like that. The understand like why that guy jumped in Red Bull from the atmosphere.
Oh, that was crazy.
I get it.
Yeah.
Like I understand that. Like that adrenaline, that feel.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying I'll ever play Russian roulette, but like that adrenaline.
Please don't.
Yeah, that adrenaline, like because we just watched the Squid Games. I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't seen
There's
the
a
season
scene like
2
that,
yet.
and it gets you. Like I've been thinking about it ever since. Like that's crazy. It scares you.
Yeah.
But like he's like and then like the click,
Oh,
like I'm not saying I'll ever go that extreme.
Yeah.
Definitely not. I know some fighters that have done it, and
Oh my God.
obviously they lived, but I told them they're stupid.
Yeah.
But
very.
yeah, dude, like that, like I get that feeling of like that. It's the same feeling you get at a roller coaster. The same feeling like when like you escape the cops. It's the
Yeah.
same feeling when like you're at a party and then you're hopping fences because the party got busted. All those crazy feelings. Like it's in you. It's in you. And what we as martial artists can do is control that feeling and use it. I think that's the coolest part about it. Like I'm an anime nerd, so like in all the animes, the powering up. They're like trying to charge up, go Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
And like that's my thing. Like I get to release everything that I've ever felt, all my emotions, all my anger. Like that person in front of me is gonna feel what I was feeling this past week.
Yeah.
All the weight cuts, all the
dude,
BS
yeah.
throughout fight week. Like,
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of the weight cut, what do you fight at 125?
Coke.
What
Yeah.
What do you walk around at?
That I'm trying to increase. I walk around probably like around 140, 145.
Okay.
If I'm heavy.
145. That's still 20 pounds. That's still a decent amount.
Yeah. I mean, my boy Paris, he's about to fight for the belt.
That Grindhouse?
On Sunday. No. Paris Moran. He's
Oh.
he fights in Gracie Bar with Professor Alex. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
I think. Yeah. I thought I was thinking of another.
Yeah,
guy.
he's fighting for the 25 Fury belt or defending it.
Okay.
And that dude, he walks around like 165,
How does he-
160, dude. He's a 25er.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I was like, I just know like that's possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, so you got to cut 20 pounds. What's your diet like?
I'd kind of just stay in the
See whatever
calories,
you want
bro.
since you're
Like,
20, 22 years old. You
It-
just fuck around.
yeah. I mean, knowing my
I'm
body,
kidding, I'm
bro,
kidding.
like I don't know what's wrong with me. Like I'd be pissing like crazy
You
after
just
every
shed the weight just like
dude. Yeah, like on my day-to-day basis, like I'd be pissing, bro. Like it's bad. Like you can ask my girlfriend. Like after every single fucking like gas station break, like we're driving. I was like, oh yeah, I need to pull over.
I gotta
After we'll go to an amusement park. After every ride, oh yeah, I gotta go. Like in the movie theaters, I'll take at least 3 bathroom breaks. I can't imagine what people think. I don't know what's wrong with me. It just happens. Like I can ask my whole family. They get pissed. Like we'll go on road trips. There'll be like
stop.
6 cars. we all follow each other in a line.
Yeah.
Like we take a 8-hour road trip to the valley all the time. And like you'll see 6 cars parked on the side of the highway just so I can piss. You know, it's bad. So it helps when you cut weight, but so
you're just naturally like that, I guess.
Yeah, man, I just flush everything out.
So your diet, like, what weight are you getting to before you cut the water weight?
I get to at least I try to get to like 32, 33.
Okay. So not terrible. You're not cutting 20 pounds in a week.
And then
like that.
I mean, I'll honestly I'll just eat healthy, obviously, but I'll try to eat as much as I can because there's definitely like days where I get nervous and I just don't feel like eating throughout camp. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to change that about myself too. Like I want to constantly be eating because like it's not even about like the nervousness. Like I need it for recovery. I need it for just nutrients, you know. So I'm trying to change that as well. Like this, I've been eating a lot more. So I've been eating like way more carbs, just increasing my proteins, increasing my calorie count like crazy. I'm really trying just to get bigger because like when I go pro, I want to at least try to go straight to karate combat. Maybe like a pro MMA fight debut, knock someone out real quick, and then instantly just figure out a way to get to karate combat. Like that shit's just so cool to me. Like,
do they have the pro debuters out there? Or do you have to have some experience before they sign you?
Well, we'll see what happens January 24th and see if I get a little leverage room after Donovan knocks out Luis.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Yeah.
So I think we'll get a little leverage room to bring some dragons in there when we're ready to go pro. So
that's cool.
So that'll be a birthday present for me. Donovan knock his ass out. But yeah, man. So I wanted to at least try to, and that's only 35ers. Like the lowest weight class for karate combat is 35.
Yeah.
And as an amateur, like right now, like I want to get bigger just to be healthier walking around. Like I want to be able to continuously spar at like my walk around weight because I'll fluctuate. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm probably like 138 right now, and I don't want to be 138. So I'm trying to eat a lot more. But if I go spar someone that's just bigger than me, because I'll spar anyone, I'll just take more damage for no reason, and that prevents me for training harder.
Right.
And I'm starting to see that aspect of my career more. Before I was just like, oh, let me go. But now I'm like trying to get out of bed. I'm like, dude. Like I'm starting to feel it. Like my chiropractor, he's like, you got a body of a 30-year-old. That's bad.
You're 22.
Exactly, bro. So I was like,
what about your recovery? What do you do for your recovery?
So actually, one of our students, he's a chiropractor and he has a badass clinic.
That's cool.
He started sponsoring me, and he has like these amazing like laser therapy like thing. I don't know what it is, but it's like a massage gun times 10. It shoots lasers at you.
That's cool.
And it straight up just kills inflammation. That's what it's made for. And then I'll go like on a massage bed, and then I have like this guy I do private lessons with, and he has like a full on like thing in his backyard. He's like an acre or like 2 acres, and then he has like a whole compound with a full on weight room, mat room, sauna, ice bath.
Oh wow! So you can do contrast therapy and all that shit.
So like I'll do private lessons with him, then we'll just talk, watch fights, and then I'll just do recovery. Those leg things, I've invested in those. Forgot those
compressions.
Yeah, that shit's amazing. Especially me, I'm a heavy kicker, so like me like walking, my feet are super sensitive.
Yeah.
Like I've lost a lot of nerves, and my nerves have also like shifted, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like before I used to be able to walk on like hot coals, and I had a lot of callus on my feet. But now it's like if like cold water touches my feet, I'm like freaking out. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. Probably just kicking a lot of people's faces. So
like I feel like that would deaden your nerves so much that you like wouldn't, because Thai guys, they'll kick the bag over and over again and whatever. And you saw Tony Ferguson kick that pole that one time as hard as he possibly could, and I feel like deadening your nerves like that wouldn't, increase your sensitivity, but I don't know.
That's what I'm saying too.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm kind of trying to figure it out, because I know it has to do with my nutrition.
Yeah.
Because after every fight, I go on a straight fast food diet. I don't have. I'm because they say eat, sleep, recover.
Yeah.
I eat, sleep in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
I would get drunk.
Patty Pinwood style.
Go sleep, and then get cheeseburgers. We stop by like at least fast food, like 5 fast food restaurants on the way home. I'll get chicken tenders from Whataburger, a burger from Jack in the Box, fries from McDonald's. Like, I'm picking all my favorites
Wow.
individual. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm impressed.
So I need to stop that before I go pro.
Right.
That's
right.
that's what I'm trying to
Tune that
mindset.
in
you know?
a bit. Yeah.
That's the Matt mindset right
yeah,
there.
there it is. Yeah.
To not eat McDonald's,
shitty food right after
shitty
a fight.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I did that all the time too. Whenever I was fighting after a fight, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna go to Whataburger today, and then the next day I would be so used to like eating clean and healthy that it was just not good.
Yeah, bro. And then I mean, shit. Like now, I guess I'm getting older, so like my stomach is just different.
You're fucking 22.
Well, dude, I mean, I don't
But,
know what
yeah,
it is.
but
Like,
yeah, you are getting
18
older.
to 22,
Yeah.
like, I guess it's a change, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I also tell my brother, like, I swear I'm having a growth spurt, like, now. Like, I skipped it when I was, like, 13.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've always been this size since I was, like, 8th grade. But now, like, all of a sudden, I grew, like, 2 inches this year. I started getting facial hair. I just shaved it.
Really?
But, yeah, I finally got chest hair this year. It's pretty sick, dude.
Hey, look at you.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah, it's
maybe
pretty
by the
sick, dude.
time like I'm
Yeah.
like 26, 27, you might see a mustache.
Yeah,
you know?
fuck yeah.
So that's the goal, man. It's just to keep having fun doing this.
Yeah.
And as long as I have fun doing this, like I can keep going. You
Yeah.
know, I have to keep on making it fun. Keep, you know, talking to awesome people like you and
Thank you.
involve myself into good environments. Like my brother, I've only ever gone to places that he says I should go to.
Yeah.
You know, I've only ever learned from this coach to learn this particular thing. You know, especially with like him and I'm sure you know him and Michael Torres go way back.
Yeah.
Professor Torres.
Yeah.
And so like he's told me, he's like, yeah, man, this is a dope dude. Like you need to go learn from him. Like just like the way I feel about striking is the way he feels about jiu-jitsu
yeah.
and wrestling.
Yeah.
And like, you know, and then I respect Professor Torres because what he does as a professor, he's not trying to, like I said, make me his style of jiu-jitsu. You know, I'm not like a guy who's gonna hit, like when I first started going and training with y'all, all we would hit is like single leg X's, and because I guess that was like the series. Like I'm also getting like into jiu-jitsu, so I didn't know
Yeah.
like you go over the same thing for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, and then you switch the curriculum.
And then you switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
are we gonna learn it? All right, we'll just go
We're
again.
doing anything else? Is this all we do here?
Yeah. So that was like on the Tuesday classes, right? And
Yeah.
then on the Thursday when we're just going straight rolls, and I would go with him. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, you're wasting time if you're trying to hit all these moves. Like you can learn that eventually. Like that's why you keep on going to those classes. But
Yeah.
in your situations, your mindset, what you have to have is start getting up, fight to get up.
Yeah. Get
Someone's
your
on your
underhook,
back,
wrestle
fight them
up.
off your back.
Yeah.
If you take someone's back, he was telling me I'm pretty good at taking someone's back. So like let's work on that versus trying to triangle someone off my back.
Right. You're not a guard player.
Yeah, it's
you
not
know?
me. So
You're not a
I'm
jiu-jitsu
realizing
guy.
that too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm having way more fun. Like I even said it with my brother, like we were watching the Sean O'Malley Marab fight.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, yeah, man, like badass jiu-jitsu, but like he doesn't need jiu-jitsu against him. He
Yeah.
needs to get the fuck up.
He
You know what I'm
needs to-
saying?
Right. Marab just took him down at will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
being able to have that IQ as a coach, that's what I'm trying to strive for. And my brother has that IQ, and I see that with Professor Torres. That's also why I really feel comfortable going there too.
Yeah.
Because you always go to somewhere new and you're just kind of like, oh, hey, how you doing? And
Yeah.
it's always weird, right?
Yeah.
But like there, I felt very welcome. Everyone
Yeah.
was really cool. Jeremy was an amazing person. I'm really excited for his matchups got coming
Me
up.
too, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
me
a sick
too.
ass tournament
Yeah.
right there.
yeah.
So
We're
yeah,
all
man.
excited. And I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I like how gyms say that they're family oriented or whatever, and we treat everyone like family and blah blah blah. It's kind of a common theme
Mhm.
among
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
martial arts community is like, oh, family this, family that, blah blah blah. But coming into Torres Jiu-Jitsu, like I have always felt that way as
Yeah.
well. You know, so I'm really happy that you got the same experience.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, like I never would have showed up if my brother didn't say like, hey, like these are cool people. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I'm like I listen to my brother not because he's just my older brother, but
Right.
because he wouldn't steer me in the wrong way.
Right.
He wouldn't like send me to some bullshit ass place to go
Right.
check it out, you
Right.
know?
right.
Like him and Professor have kicked it back, you know, in
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah.
So like it was cool, you know, the community, like how it all 180s or 360s.
Such a small knit
Yeah,
community,
man.
but everybody knows everybody in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
Either in good way or bad way, and but once you find that circle that you like connect with everybody, it's so cool.
Yeah, bro.
It's
And
awesome.
that's what I want to do like eventually is like I want to expand and open up my own dojo one day. I truly like love seeing the improvement of people, and I love seeing how like they feel confident in themselves. I love how a simple mom who signed her kid up because her kid was getting bullied, now she's in there and she's getting fit she sees confidence, not like, oh, she can go and defend herself. Obviously, I
Yeah.
want them to feel confident to defend themselves. Why would you do martial arts? Just go
Right.
work out.
Right.
But they see themselves losing weight. They see themselves looking better. They see themselves getting up easier. They see themselves being able to breathe better. Like all those little things, like I was like, oh shit, I never thought I would have ever cared about someone else's like feelings about that. Because
Yeah.
especially being a fighter, you get so selfish. You have to be selfish. So being a coach on that side, it's just so cool. And I'm sure you felt that too, like just working with someone on jiu-jitsu and be like, there you go, bro. You finally got it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like after like
Yeah.
5 tries.
Yeah.
And
But
it's like-
hey, it's better than, you know,
Yeah.
you get it and then you roll with them again or whatever. You teach them, teach someone how to throw a cross and like
Yeah.
they don't do it right. You're like, okay, no, you got to turn the hips, you know, got to turn your shoulder, turn your fist over, and then do it right. You're like, eso, I like that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool, man. What are your plans for the future? It sounds to me like you're really loving the coaching thing,
Mhm.
but also it's like, is fighting kind of like Louis C.K. does this joke where he's like, there's this thing and then there's this thing. You know, they're like, of course, this thing is, I love coaching, I love MMA, I like to fight, but this thing, should I make fighting full time? Are you kind of
Yeah.
like split? Do you for sure gonna go down the fight route?
Well, like, you know, everyone's dealt a hand in life, and I was blessed with mine. My brother truly believes that I can take that fighting
Yeah.
aspect and go all the way if I want to.
Yeah,
Does he want it for me? No, of course not. I'm his younger brother. He wants me to be in sales. He wants me to make money and just like, just be safe. That's
Yeah.
what my parents want. It's what my sisters want. It's what everyone wants. It's not what I want. It's
Well,
what
let's
I'm.
say,
It's
what
what
do
I'm
you want,
passionate
though?
about.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be the best in the world. Like I told you, I know I can head kick anyone in this world. I've done it.
Yeah,
I've done it to the top 8 people in the world. I've done it to the #1 champion Muay Thai fighter in the world. Like I've done it. I know I can do it. What I'm blessed with is the opportunity to wake up, clean a mat, work for a gym that's owned by my brother. That is very family oriented, like actually family oriented. My dad's there just watching me. Hey, your jabs are looking off, man. You know, like he gets like that I want to be a fighter.
yeah,
Of course, he would want me to, you know, take on whatever business and start being a businessman, but he also loves me. And I'm blessed to have the support system, like I said, to go all the way as a fighter to the point where I can like retire one day and open up a gym. You know, like
Yeah.
like that will be established because of my fight career, I believe.
yeah,
Like the more I fight, the more I really put my eggs in that basket, the fighter's basket. That's gonna carry this one, the dojo one, just as much.
gotcha.
For me, at least, you
Yeah.
know, like why? Like, it's not gonna hurt me to go out and get more accolades under my name. You know, more belts, more promotion work. You know, fighting for Karate Combat, fighting for UFC one day, and then opening my gym when my brother thinks I'm ready. Like, I don't think that would hurt to have
Yeah.
a UFC fighter own gym.
Definitely not.
Yeah, so
It's only upping your credibility.
exactly, and that's what I want to do. Like, I want to go to Thailand to raise my private lesson prices more.
Yeah,
Like literally that. Like I get to get my training, like for my fight career in Thailand, and then I get to come back and say I train in Thailand. If you want Thailand training, like guess what? You have to pay an extra like $60.
yeah.
Yeah, and
'Cause you
that's
got the
just
experience
accountability,
now.
you know.
Yeah,
And like, oh well, what makes you better? Well, your Muay Thai coach didn't go to Thailand. That's what makes me better. Like what he's teaching you is actual BS.
yeah,
Like I'm actually, you know what I'm saying? It's just that. And I know I have the ability to bring both up at the same time.
yeah.
Because I'm also just strategic about it. I'm a big risk player. I love playing crazy board games, chess, anything I can get my mind to wrap around. I love it. You know, I love challenging myself in that aspect. Like I get bored playing video games, Call of Duty and all that stuff now because it's just like, okay, like there's no strategy to it. But
Yeah.
playing like Risk, playing Catan, like all those board games, like understanding how someone's mind works. Like me and my friends, we've all been playing Secret Hitler. And you literally have to like look in someone's mind and lie to them and be like, yeah, man, I'm a fascist, or like he's a fascist, or it's about being a fascist or a liberal, and it's called Secret Hitler. Have you ever played Mafia?
Maybe.
It's like where like someone's like you can like kill someone. It's like, oh, what card you get?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's
yeah.
like that, but an actual like board game card game now.
Okay.
And it's a cool game, Secret Hitler. I'm not like an actual fascist or anything, guys. We all play it. Go look
Nice
at it. It's on Walmart.
clarification.
They sell it at Walmart. But yeah, so. But yeah, man. So it's fun, bro. Like it's
Yeah.
fun to use your mind. That's like when, like I'm starting to become like more of like a F you and like I need to kill you in my fights now. But
Yeah.
before, like it was just cool to be a technician. Like I love seeing like the grooviness of fighting. Like Luke the Chef. I don't know if you know who Luke the
I know
Chef
who
is.
would-
Yeah, he's
yeah.
like his
Dude.
like he's made his own style. You
Slick
know what I'm
with it.
saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just slick. Like and his thing is like, oh, don't try to be Luke the Chef. He's like, have your feints and understand like your game and play around. Like my whole like my style, my game, that's like that was built from the House of Dragons striking system, is my feints. Like there's not anyone that's not gonna bite on my feint. I don't care who you are. You're gonna like bite on something. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make you. Like that's my goal is to make you go like oh and then get hit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. You can be as big as you want. I'm gonna make you bite on something. Like I
Yeah.
know my striking is that good. So I really want to just like establish that even more and learn jiu-jitsu on the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
What's keeping this as you progress in your career? More and more pressure. I'm sure you put more and more pressure on yourself to succeed and do well, especially as you're coming to a close in your amateur career.
yes.
You said I want to keep it fun, make it not like a chore, make it not like a job. I want to keep it fun.
Mhm.
How do you keep it fun how are you keeping it fun?
Yeah.
And lighthearted, and not putting all the pressure on yourself and all the stresses of, oh, I gotta get this title, I gotta get signed here, I gotta do this, I gotta do this and the other thing. I want to get here, but if I can't get here unless I do this. How are you avoiding all the spiraling anxiousness, stressfulness of this lifestyle?
Because I just see like what my father and my brother have done. Like my father, like all the business that he's done in life, like and the stress of having a family. My brother being a pro fighter, business owner, and then the stress of a family. I tell myself I can be because I'm in school or I'm going back to school this semester. I was in it this past semester and that was hard. Having a
Yeah.
full on fight camp, midterm finals, you know, having to make time for dates, having to make time for family time, like because we're heavy on family, bro. Like we have like Sunday night game night with our family, you know,
That's
make
cool.
time for friends.
Yeah.
Like so it's hard to balance those things, but it's like the controlled chaos. You know what I'm saying? Like if I didn't have all those things picking at me, I felt like I would be the biggest boredom, lazy ass person ever. Like even
Yeah.
after this last fight, I hold my 2 belts and I was like, man, like I need to go do something to stay active. Like I need to go like just pick up a whatever type of job, like just like a little cleanup job here, you know, start doing some like sales jobs here just to stay active and pick up more private lesson times here. Because I was like, dude, I need to just stay busy, you know, because when I'm in camp, I just, you know, focus on making sponsorships.
Yeah.
I focus on posting more reels so I can get like a little brand deal or here and there. And that takes care of that. And then I make money from the dojo as well, like just putting that aside. So it pays for itself. I have amazing life to live, you know. But to make it fun is like I got to do like the little things, like make the funny reels, like the Deadpool mask, you know, like
Yeah.
I have to
Yeah.
keep on like I want to start a YouTube channel this year as well and really like focus on that. Stepping back, being a coach and like explain that part of it and then being like, okay, guys, like in this video, like I accepted a fight, you ready to go? Like, you know, make it fun for me. I
Yeah.
genuinely don't care about anyone else's like thoughts on it. Like
You should.
it's cool for me, man.
Yeah.
Like half the videos I post, I was like, that shit was sick.
Yeah.
like,
You're like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I have all my notifications turned off.
Yeah.
Not because I think I'm cool or anything, just because like I was like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I'm posting it, it's in there. And like I get to look back, like I'm not on Instagram scrolling and doom scrolling. I'm looking at my shit. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I got that from my brother too. Like he's like, dude, like once you like live, like why watch like vlogs? Like, right? Like this past year in YouTube's was like all about like watching people in vlogs. Like
Yeah.
my vlog in Thailand, my vlog doing this, buying a car. He's like, if you make your life badass, like vlog your life. So
Yeah.
I was like, why not try that? Why not like take his advice and fucking like make this like little it factor for myself, like the senpai, you know, name and take
Yeah.
that and ride with that, you know, like have a little niche for myself. Like you said, branding yourself, branding your business. And I think that's the fun part. People get caught up too much on like, oh, I need to beat this fighter. I need to beat them, you know, I need to get to the UFC. I need to get that belt. I need to do this. I need to beat this guy. Oh, he's the best. I can beat him. Like definitely you need that. Like that's the only thing that's going to make you stay in it.
Yeah.
But if you get to take the time to play around, hang out, enjoy the like the side of it of like, you know, the promotion, you know, the marketing of it, posting the reels, the little banter shit talk back and forth.
Yeah.
Like that's fun. Obviously you got to have the shit to back it up. Like
Right.
I'm not going to ever say I'm going to like I'll say anyone like come get this belt, you know, come get this work. I've even had after like my reels saying that like, oh yeah, I want to fight you, and those guys like have never had a fight ever. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like pull up,
Yeah.
right? The random,
gym's
you
over here,
know,
buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You
So
get your
like,
ass kicked just
that
like
that
everybody
shit's
else.
fun, man.
Yeah.
Like that shit's cool. It excites me, and like a lot of people like don't want to like talk shit or be a part of that life to make it fun because you know they're too scared.
Yeah.
You know, when they believe it, like they're like, oh, you know, the only way Connor is because he did what he did.
Right.
You know, he was able to talk his way over there. Mayweather, you know, said that he would beat the shit out of everyone, and he did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and he did. Yeah.
See, so you can't have that and then not be able to fight. You
Yeah.
can't be able to fight, or you can be able to fight and then not be fucking known. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know how many Dagestani badasses that are better than Khabib that are there?
Yeah.
Training
Oh,
their
dude.
ass off harder because Khabib, the first time someone ran a 4-minute mile, everyone started running a 4-minute mile.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
don't think like that little Providence in Russia is like, fuck, dude, we can do it.
They all wrestle bears out there.
That's what I'm
so,
saying, bro.
yeah.
You spend 5 hours
2 to 3
learning
years
about
in
science.
Dagestan, then forget.
Yeah, you said what?
2 to 3 years in Dagestan and forget, like Islam told DC.
Yeah, dude. Like the way they raise their kids, you spend like 2 to 5 hours learning about like science, reading, math, whatever day it is, and the next like 6 hours is like wrestling,
Yeah.
kickboxing, and then you get
Yeah.
a break for lunch. You get a nap time because they need nap time.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like has to be someone working hard, but is that guy gonna post and
Yeah.
like fucking? Are we gonna know about him? Hell no. Like what's his name? The guy who's about to fight Marab Usman.
Oh, yeah.
Usmar or whatever
Yeah.
his name is. Like he's like a
Umar.
scary villain, bro.
Yeah.
Like the way he's talking, he's like Marab. He beat pussies basically. You know, he doesn't curse, but he's like
Yeah.
he beat losers. Like Marab, he ain't beat nobody real. Like, and I can wrestle too. Like he's gonna like really have to dig deep to fight me.
That's gonna be it.
Like it's not shit
yeah.
talking. He's just being honest.
Yeah, just being real.
When
yeah.
my brother tells me you need to go out there and tell that motherfucker you're gonna punch me in your face, and I don't say it, that's because I didn't mean it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah,
the only
yeah.
time I'm gonna say it is because I actually mean it.
Yeah.
And if I really feel like I'm gonna eat this dude's face off, I'm gonna tell him. Like, and that's my goal. It's to feel that way in the fight. Like I've trained that way to feel that way in the fight. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So having that factor, and especially like after what happened at the last karate combat, like when people say they live life and like, oh, like that the weekend was the movie, like was like a movie. Like our weekend was like a movie. Like
Yeah.
there's that shit that happened with Connor and Khabib when like it was
When
like
he threw the thing at the
yeah,
bus?
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
No, the WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
Remember when he tapped him and then everyone jumped in? Connor
Yeah.
was fighting like 5 people.
yeah.
And then there's what happened with us.
Yeah.
That, like it's gonna be in the MMA community, I swear. Like top 10 craziest moments.
That's yeah, dude. That was a nutso moment.
Yeah. So that's like that's fun, dude. Like that's the cool part of it. And luckily, like I've been a part of you know, a community, a part of a team that's been around a lot of this stuff. Like seeing Super League, seeing Rodtang, seeing Sanchai. Like that's
Yeah.
okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like to all the people here in
Learn
Houston.
from those guys too.
That's
Yeah.
what?
To be able to like take their seminars.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But a jab, you're gonna learn the same jab that you learn at Sanchai seminar at Rodtang seminar. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same thing. I've met Sean O'Malley. I've been at his seminars. I've met Ian Gary. You know, I've learned from him at Karate Combat. I got to meet him there. Got to pick his mind. Ian Gary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, got to understand why he is who he is.
Yeah.
And that belief, that confidence, like that's some real shit, dude. Okay, that's why he's in the UFC. He thinks he's Connor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not like I was getting a lot of what he was saying, but he's like that motherfucker just thinks he's Connor. Like
Yeah.
that's what it is, and like you have to find your shit, but you have to be authentic at the same time. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm only ever gonna whoop someone's ass because I truly believe it. You know, I would tell my brother straight up, like I don't think I can whoop that guy. I got to the point where I think I'm the best in the world, so I'll fight anyone. But if
Yeah.
he's like, hey, you know, there's this fight at 140, he'll obviously never make me do it. But like a fight at 145, I'll be like, hey man, like. I'm walking around 145. Like,
yeah, I'm
let's
3 pounds
let me
over
let me
that
put
right
some
now.
weight on and we'll
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I'm trying to grow that mindset, that dog mentality. Like Donavy's going up 3 weight classes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's fighting at 145, got that finish, and then now he's about to fight at 65.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's bulking up a little bit.
Yeah.
And like that, I have to understand like that's the shift I have to take. I have to understand like there's gonna be opportunities like, hey bro, you want to take a fight in the UFC? You gotta fucking make weight in 2 days, 3
Yeah.
days. Okay, fuck, dude. Like I
Yeah.
gotta do that. And I remember watching The Ultimate Fighter. I forgot what season, but he was about to fight and he like sprained his wrist. Like it was a stupid ass injury, like a sprained wrist. He's like, nah, man. Like I don't want to ruin my chances for the future. It's like, dude, this is your chance.
Yeah.
Like you're on not even Contender Series. You're on Dana
National
White's.
television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like that shit's insane.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna back out now on
Yeah.
a TV show? And like when you've worked your whole life for that, you see? And that's what I've told you. Like, it would be like that right there had to be a slap in everyone that believed in his face. Like, I believe that you could have won that fight even with the sprained wrist or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I just refuse to believe that, bro. My biggest thing this year that really encouraged me to take belts and to take people's faces off is to be humble to myself, one, and just to, you know, understand, like, if I'm going to do it, if I'm going to say it, my actions have to speak.
You got to be a man of your word.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like as a fighter, if you're not, then that just kind of like, it's off-putting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every time I see a guy and they're like, oh, I'm going to fucking do this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, cool. And they don't do it. I'm like, nah, that guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't give him the time of day anymore because I'm just like, you didn't say what you're going to. Now, granted, I can differentiate whenever someone's being outlandish or
Mhm.
not.
Yeah.
You know, I don't expect someone to tell me they're going to go rob a bank and then actually go rob a bank.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
but like fighters and stuff, like if someone tells me I want to fight and do this and the other thing, I'm like, okay, cool. You got to show me that you're going to do it before I start
Yeah.
to believe you. And also, like for you as a younger person, also, it's only gonna up your credibility as you get older. Like, oh, he did say he was gonna win 2 belts. He went out and won 2 belts. He did say he was gonna knock this dude out. He went and knocked this dude out.
Mhm.
You know, you can only do that for so long, you know, until something goes wrong.
Exactly.
But like when you do it, you feel like I'm the fucking man, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
Mystic Mac over
belief,
here.
dude. Like, like back to Ilya, like right before his title fight against Volk, he put undefeated fighter or he was 14-0, and before he fought Volk, he put 15-0.
Yeah.
He put UFC featherweight champion. He started making a documentary on Netflix in Spain about how road to champion.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
he didn't even get the fucking belt yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that, but it's belief in yourself.
That
He had a-
visualization.
you know, he just has him, his homegirl, his family, his training team, his brother. That's it. That's all
Yeah.
he needs to become the world champion. And you can't name anyone that's technically better than Ilya right now. Like, all around, that motherfucker's nasty, dude.
He's good.
Like,
yeah.
he's the only one that can, honestly, like, in my opinion, go toe-to-toe with Islam.
Yeah.
And that's, like, the only reason why Islam beats him because he's just that much
Takes him
bigger.
down.
Yeah, he's just that
Yeah.
much bigger.
I think Ilya's got some of the best boxing in the UFC.
Oh, dude, crisp.
Yeah.
Chris. And like my boy Angel, like, I swear, he's like the 25 version of Ilya, but way better striker than Ilya. Like, he's got boxing like Ilya, crisp.
Yeah.
Like, he even looks like him, the way he moves. Well, his kicks, man, are just something different. Like, he's the smallest dude on our team, but he's messing all of us
Yeah.
up.
He was on there when you won your belt, right?
Yeah, he won the 125 kickboxing belt.
That's right. I saw him fight too. He was an animal too.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
and he enters the flow state better than any of us. All
Yeah.
of us could, like, want to just go out there and, like, kill, but he is like a contracted killer.
Yeah.
Like,
Once he gets going, it's like,
yeah,
I'm
I
moving
know
around,
he's seen
yeah.
some shit in his life. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, for you
Yeah.
to act like that in a fight, I know you've, like, seen something, and
Yeah.
that's why we respect him. And we understand each, like he's different than my other friend Ben that fights. Ben, he's just a brute warrior. He comes from he has like a Nordic background. He's like
A Viking.
Yeah, straight Viking. Like, he has. It's just in his blood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he definitely, like, his ancestors definitely, like, raided villages, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, they attacked, they
Yeah.
destroyed. So when he goes out there, he flips a different type of switch. He's not a contracted killer where he's just looking at you like, it's just, it's just a matter of time till you die.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
like, boom, you block that, here's an axe, here's a sword, here's a spear, here's a punch, here's a
Yeah.
headbutt. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Like, Donovan, is like that too, you know, and he's becoming way more calculated. Everyone's gonna see how calculated he is in his fight. My brother, me and him kind of have that same factor. I get scared. I feel like I won't, like, start. I feel like I'll be too slow and I won't, like, you know, get going.
Yeah.
So I just try to rip their face right off the beginning, and then I slow down,
You get hit one time.
catch
you're
my
like,
breath.
Okay,
I'm like,
cool,
okay,
yeah.
cool, let's move.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do, and we all learn from each other. Like, there's things I take from Ben, Angel, and even our 18-year-old girl Melanie. Like, has taught me a lot too. She understands, like, all you got to do is train your ass off. She's trained harder than any of our other fighters this year.
Yeah.
Like, I'm closing up the dojo, and she's running the turf sprints. I'm, like, locking up, and she's like, whew, whew. I'm like, oh, were you still here running? She's like, yeah. Like, I got a fight coming up.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah,
That's
you're
what it
like, you're
takes.
gonna win. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna win. You're locked in.
That's what it takes right there.
Yeah. So
What? So I'm gonna pick your brain a little bit about your time management. You said you were in school and all this stuff. What was like a daily day? What was your daily routine when you were in school? How did it work out between you training for a fight, doing your schoolwork, passing the classes, making sure you were in shape, doing your strength and conditioning, recovery, hitting your mitt, sparring, etc.?
Yeah.
How did all that shit work out?
Definitely.
Or was it like a day-to-day thing? You were just kind of flying by the seat of your pants?
I don't think my professors will ever be a part of the MMA community, but definitely a lot of persuasion. You know, I'm really good at persuading people, so I definitely like use my voice a lot. Told them try to be the teacher's pet the best that I could, because there was a lot of times where I would just forget to turn in work.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where, you know, I just would be tired from training and be like, hey, is it okay if I turn this in late? I know it's gonna be points, but I'm training for a fight. And I was honest too.
Yeah.
I'm not like lying to these guys, so I'm just very persuasive. And I try to tell them like, hey, like I got a fight coming up, like it's for a belt, like I'm trying to turn this to career.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, like, and then why are you even in school? Well, I'm in school to learn, you know, how to expand my business more, how to learn how to be a businessman better, and I want to also study health science or like sports science as well, because I just love like how the body can get better. I love seeing recovery. I myself want to learn how to get better after this whole fight stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to not hop on tests or anything, but I want to be able to like to find some type of supplements, some peptides that are gonna heal me and let me live life so I can play ball with my son one day and not have to like be like, oh shit, that hurt. You know, like because I already know. I know it's gonna happen. I'm in the dumbest business there is, fight business, right? I want to be a fighter. So I have to understand those like things, but the management of it is hard. I tell them like, hey, I really want to, you know, be a fighter. Can you work with me on this thing? Like, can you help me study? I won't make it to class today. Do you have another time for your class? Because I was only doing 2 classes, like on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I would train my ass off Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I would still train on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but it was more of like a technique Tuesday, and then like hit a hard cardio workout at night. So I would do like jiu-jitsu and then in the morning and then at night, and then like hit the sauna and then hit the bike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Monday and Friday I'm sparring, like doing double leg pads, like the spider drills they see Volk doing, all those types of drills, like the hard shit. So I was very strategic on like how I scheduled my timing when it comes to that, but like, you know, it was definitely like a lot of late nights, sleepless nights, trying just to manage. I'm getting used to it. Like eventually I'll get better to where it's like more of a system for me. But yeah, it sucks. You know, there's definitely times where I made time for other things that I shouldn't, when I should have gotten more sleep.
Yeah.
You know, like fuck, I just want to play a video game right now. I just want to like wind down, just watch TV. And I could have been like, you know, recovering more. So I just try to manage my time as best I can. I'm not too good at it, but fucking getting better. Yeah. You know?
That's what counts. I was just curious because like
sorry I didn't give like a definite answer.
Dude, you're good. No,
I kind of
no worries. Off. Yeah. Because it is hard.
Yeah.
You know, training how you want to train, but also you got to go to school and you got to fit all these things in. You know, I know you've kind of talked about owning your own gym one day, keeping the House of Dragons thing going, you know, becoming stepping into more of a head coach role as your fight career progresses. But do you have any other plans for post-fight? I know we just talked about, you know, how you want to take care of your body. Speaking of, how do you spar? Are you sparring hard all the time because of all obviously now you hear about CTE and guys leaving their careers in the gyms instead of leaving it out in the cage.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kind of careful with who you spar, how you spar?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Obviously, there's
for
a
sure.
time for hard sparring stuff.
Of course. And we have our days for that, for sure. We have our days where we lock it in. We let everyone know, like, if your mom's here to watch you, she's gonna be mad at us. You know, if your girlfriends are here to watch you, they're gonna be mad. Like, we're dropping each other today. We have those days. Every gym needs to have those days. You know, if you're having like little, hey, we're gonna be, you know, kicking ass and touching ass here and there, like, all right, cool. Like, I mean, you're gonna be learning something, but you're also learning how to fucking lose.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna spar like that. You know, and there's times where you can work on your technique, but you need to be like, like working that shit. I'm not gonna hit you as hard, but I'm gonna fucking throw it at your face. Like you're gonna block that kick.
Yeah.
Like my intent's always there. My instinct, my killer, I'm in your face. My eyes are always locked in on you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're a first dayer in sparring or or Angel or Ben or Donovan. Like my eyes are the same. My technique is the same. My speed's the same. My ability to kill you and hurt you isn't gonna be there, right? Because I want to keep you safe.
Yeah.
keep you in there so I can work. But yeah, that's how I'm sparring. Just there, trying to be fast, working on a lot of technical work. And then we cut down and have our days where we're throwing on the headgear. We're
Okay.
fucking going in.
Yeah.
Hey, you got 5 rounds. You got dropped in the 3rd. Get your ass up. You got 2 more. Who feels sorry for you? Everyone's laughing at you right now.
Yeah.
Get your ass up. You look like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, we
Yeah.
have those times where we talk to each other like that. But we all understand it's a brotherhood. It's all love. Like, no one's going to get hurt at the end of the day. And like I told you, like I felt like I got gang initiated when I started like sparring with a lot of UFC fighters and Bellator fighters. I started just whooping my ass, you know, and it was just like the difference,
Yeah.
the caliber of someone. It's not that he can throw a jab better than me. He can throw a kick better than me. You know, I'm technically better than a lot of people in this world, but the ability of when and why,
The timing.
and the timing,
Yeah.
and the mentality of like,
Right.
you know, like that shit fucks with someone, you know?
Yeah.
Like I remember hitting someone, bop, 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 inside leg kick, and he's like, oh, my balls. And then and then my brother was like, oh yeah. Like he's faking, he's lying, he's fine. And I guess he was, because he's like, or he just, you know, brought it out of himself. He's like, nah,
Yeah.
fuck that. And he looks at me, he's like, let's go, motherfucker. Like, let's go. Like, let's run it.
You're like,
And
oh,
I was, oh shit.
okay,
You know? Like,
yeah.
and I remember
back to the inside leg
yeah.
kick we go. Yeah.
And
yeah.
And was it our regional tournament? We're in Allen, and those motherfuckers are crazy at wrestling. Like,
Yeah.
they're the best wrestling like in Texas. And the state champ of my weight class, I had to face him, and he's from Allen. And my coach just knew how good he was. He's like, hey man, if you score a point on them, I'll buy you a steak dinner tonight. I was like, man, fuck you. Man. Tell that to my coach. We never had a cool relationship, but so he, you know, me and him were going back and forth in that first period, like. Stuffing his takedowns, he's stuffing mine. I see him get frustrated. And then, like, I finally I get in on a takedown, I'm about to take him down. And I brought him to the mat, and I was like, ooh, I almost had you. And, like, he looked at his dad. This is, like, I'll never forget this. He looked at his, like, I guess his dad was, like, in the corner to coach him. He's like, get in there, Trent. What's wrong with you? I'm about to beat your ass, boy. And he looks at his, I'm assuming it was his dad, man. Like, it had to be his dad. There's no way, like, a high school coach would talk to, like, someone like this.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna beat your ass. And then like going into that second period, he's like looking at him, like, I don't know what he said to him. He like almost slapped him. He's just like he held it back because like they're in a
They're
high
in a
school
public
setting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I just see him come out into that second period, like
Different guy. Like, oh.
yeah, like he was about to cry.
Yeah.
And I was like, the fuck's wrong with you? You know, like there's a reason why you're a state champion. You're just crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But now being a fighter, I get how he felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm not like getting pushed by my brother like that, where he's like I'm gonna kick your ass if you don't kick someone's ass.
Right.
But like, I get that feeling of like I need like that urgency. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like in my fights, I imagine like, okay, if this dude's on top of me, like he's gonna hold me down, and someone's gonna attack my house. Like someone right now is like about to go and hurt someone I love, and this dude's holding me down and preventing me from going and protecting that person.
Got to get up.
I got to get the fuck up and
Yeah.
hurt them. Like that was my switch. That's my like big level change. So yeah,
Now-
man, just trying to add that in, dude.
Is it hard for you to turn it off? Like whenever you get like, I know my last fight was 2018, and it was just boxing. I fought my own brother actually.
What? Oh shit.
Yeah, I TKO'd him in the second round. And so like
I don't think Will would ever let me do that.
before that fight, my dad instigated it as well. My
Oh,
dad was
wow.
like, "Hey, you know, I was with a fire department at the time. My brother was with the police department. They used to have like badge versus badge.
Oh,
My
okay.
dad was like, "Hey, you boxed before? You want to box in this?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna box in it." He goes, "Would you fight your brother?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I'd whoop his ass." And I whooped his ass, right? And it was hard for me to
fucking
like
funny.
turn the switch off like after the fight had ended.
Oh yeah.
Because like before the fight, I know you go into this mode of like, I'm gonna eat this guy's face. I'm gonna murder this dude.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone came up and talked to me beforehand, I was like, nah, dude, I can't.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got to get the fuck out of here. But it was hard for me to turn it off like directly after the fight. But like a few hours later, I was able to like dim the switch down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take you to like come back to reality?
Dude, like I don't know. I try to like I'll wake up like my last 2 fights for the belts. I remember like entering the cage, just doing one little last prayer, and then I was like, oh, it's over. Okay.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I don't know what happens in there. Like I just blank. I completely black out.
really?
Yeah, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Like that's all.
I mean,
we'll figure it out.
You're
one day.
winning, so
Yeah. So, but yeah, man. And after, like, I remember when I did my first MMA fight this year, and I don't know why I said it. I also watched Corey Sandhagen right before, and he's like, "I'm going for that belt," and I knocked that dude out clean with the head kick, and I was calm. I guess it was like surreal to me. Like I was like, "Oh, I didn't expect it to end like that." Like it was like I didn't even try. It was just like I was hitting a pad, and it happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh, it's over." Like I was awake for that one.
Yeah.
Like that one I was still awake for. I was like, "Oh snap!" Like I realized like after. Like I was like. And I see him on the ground. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, like, hey, I guess we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm standing up. You're not.
Right.
Like, I had, like, I guess a little blackout, but I was like, I woke up from that, like you said, that little switch.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, like, what happened? You okay? And
What
then,
happened?
yeah. And then like,
You kicked me in the head, motherfucker.
yeah. And then I heard the announcer go, like, in 47 seconds
wow,
or whatever
yeah.
it was. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm coming for that belt. You know, like,
Yeah.
who wants it? Like, who's next?
You're right.
So, because like at that point, it's like it's not even about like being the best. Like that shit was just fun.
Yeah.
Like that was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just want more moments like that. Like even my last 2 fights, like I entered a flow state in like I fought 8 rounds in my last 2 fights, and I probably entered a flow state like 4 of those rounds.
But you don't remember what it feels like to go in those
No,
moments?
no.
Man.
Like I wanna be able to have that feeling of like controlled chaos.
Yeah.
Like I wanna like Carlos Paredes?
Yeah.
Like that dude.
Yeah. It seems like he's always in some sort of flow state, man. You know, he smokes a lot.
Bro, what? Like it's insane to me.
Yeah.
But it's also like he's not using that much cardio in
Yeah.
his fights. He's just like
He's just
like,
touching.
his cardio's in his eyes.
Yeah.
You know, his
Yeah,
cardio's
he just
in his
wears you out just by looking
yeah,
at
he's
you.
like
Yeah.
around the face off. It's like, are you all right? Like they're like Herb Dean's doing the rules meeting and they're like looking at each other like that. And he's just
And then you're like, oh shit.
like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
This
dude, just
guy-
watching him, you feel it through the screen.
This guy hasn't had a cigarette in days.
Yeah, like that's why he's mad. He's like he's got
Yeah, he's
like
pissed.
withdrawals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, bro. Like I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm not pro yet, so I can't say that I've got it down. I don't.
Even as a pro, I mean, you still gonna
Exactly,
learn
bro.
shit.
Like you got guys tripping like
Yeah.
about being pro. Like they think
Yeah.
they're the best. That's why I want to establish my amateur career. I got time to mess up.
Yeah.
You know, like now I got to kind of speed it up because I had injuries and that kind of like short-lived my time. So now that I really want to do it, I got to like choose to do it or not because I will run out of time. Is my point.
There is
You know
a
what I'm
very
saying?
limited time in the fight game.
Exactly.
Even if you just want to do, like, when I say fight game, I mean like MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu. You see guys who are competing at 60s in jiu-jitsu. They're not like some fucking
yeah.
80cc champ or anything like that,
Mhm.
but they're still out there getting after it. But like getting hit in the head, getting elbowed, kicked, punched in the body, all that shit, it takes a fucking toll.
Yeah,
on you.
man.
'Cause you only have that short window to
Mhm.
go for it.
Yes.
And I'm really happy that you're deciding to do that as well.
Yeah, man. And it's like, don't get me wrong. I've like thought about it. I've had those tears, those moments of like, you're just sitting in a dark room wondering why you're doing it, why your legs are on fire.
Yeah.
You know, after a hard sparring session, a bunch of rolls, where
Can
you're
I
dying.
really do this? Right.
Yeah, like, or do you even want to continue
Right.
to do this? Like,
Yeah.
like it's hard. Like after winning a belt, like fuck, dude, now I gotta defend it.
Yeah.
You know, now it gets harder.
Now
Like,
you're the
Mhm.
guy that everyone's coming after.
yeah, man. And so that's all it is, dude. It's just like that's what keeps it fun for me. It's like as long as I view it as like I'm the main character
Yeah.
and I'm in my own story. I'm not trying to, impress anyone. I'm not trying to play any games. I'm just trying to stay to what I fucking like.
Yeah.
Then I'll keep on doing what I need to do. So that's
That's
the
awesome,
goal,
man.
bro.
Man, that's great. You know what? I appreciate you coming on the show today to share
Thank you for
with
having
us
me,
about
man.
your life and everything like that, man. I know we've been talking about. I see you at Torres, and I'm trying to get you on. It's just
Nah,
schedules
yeah,
and all that
man.
shit, man.
I know how it is, bro. I know how it is.
Yeah, but I appreciate you coming on the show, man. I'm gonna leave the mic up to you if you have if you want to call out anybody. We just got a lot of.
Oh
lot of
yeah,
work
bro.
on
That
the
shit was
last- yeah.
hilarious. That shit was so
If
funny.
you want to call out anyone, shout out anything, whatever you want to do, man, I'm gonna give you a couple minutes to have it.
All right, you Anthony Pettis team, y'all know what's coming. All right, January 24th, my birthday. We're getting 4 dubs. We got a lot more fighters. We got a small team, but a mighty team. We're coming for y'all's heads. That's that. But anyone locally, I'm ready for y'all. I'm trying to prove myself. It's not even shit talking. I just want to get better. I want to be the best in the world. And if y'all share that similar goal, then let's fucking share the octagon. Let's do it, guys. So also, book your one-on-ones with Senpai Striking. I got the best striking system. I've learned it from my brother, and I want to show y'all how badass it is. So let me be the guy.
I appreciate it, man. That's awesome. Again, thank you for coming on the show, man. It's been a great time.
Yes, sir.
This
Thank
has
you,
been,
bro.
Oh yeah, dude, no problem at all. My pleasure. Happy to have you.
Yes,
this
sir.
has been the Matt Mindset. I'm Drew Elder, and I hope everyone has a great day.
This what the city been wanting. I know y'all patiently waiting. I do the shit in my sleep, so I had to get back to basics. Got the city tuned in, cause they know I'm going for greatness. They know I'm holding the crown, and ain't no one coming to take it.